I have been happy to be part of this program. I think it's just got a lot of different aspects and helps identify a lot of blind spots that different people might have in their dating life. And the program, being in the program, has helped me identify some of those as well as work with the different coaches and see different aspects of where you might be lacking in your dating life. Since the program is multifaceted and just has different aspects that it covers, I think one of the biggest things now with dating is obviously online dating. So going after your profile and just kind of seeing those things that you won't notice yourself, or like maybe you put too much information into your bio and like less is more approach, or just simple things of messaging instead of like getting in a situation where you'd be a pen pal to someone, just quickly trying to set up the date, get off the app, get the number, get the Instagram, those kinds of things. It's just like it makes it so much more simple when you felt like you were trying harder before and getting nowhere. What I've found to be the most valuable part of the program, I think, is it's tough. It's actually a tough question because there's a lot that I found valuable, but I think what has worked the best for me um, was probably, you know, I already was working on my style as it is before I ever joined the program. So identifying like style hacks and just things you were lacking, um, upgrading your profile, going to get professional photos taken, and putting those on and putting your best foot forward on the dating apps. That's, I think, what changed a lot for me in my dating life. What my dating life would look like before I joined the program was more of just being like a passive scroller, if that makes sense. You kind of just hop on the app to kill time. You don't even notice you're doing it. Just the same way people would do with like Instagram, you're like, oh shit, I'm on Instagram. And then you look down. So you're just sitting there swiping like aimlessly and you're not really getting anywhere, but you know that you're doing it to try to seek some kind of result, but you're just not getting it. So then you hop off and you go, oh, this isn't worth my time, and then you hop back on later or a couple different times a day, and it's just not like that now. I would say that I definitely have options now as opposed to before when I didn't have options. So I have sometimes almost being overwhelmed by having too many options and not being able to reply to everyone, or maybe setting up too many dates in a week, and just you become more and more choosy because you have more and more options. So then, it sounds shitty to say sometimes, but you're like, okay, I'm not going to give this person the time of day anymore because I'd rather give that person the time of day. Whereas in the past, I might have taken a lower quality date out of a scarcity mindset, and I just don't have that anymore. Now it's like, okay, if I deal with a flake, whatever. See ya. I got 10 other options. I don't care anymore. So, what my dating life is like now after being in the program for a little while is I just don't have a scarcity mindset anymore. I know that I have options. I see more of the value in myself, whereas I didn't before. Like, I hate to use the word like you feel validated, but you do end up feeling validated because you do have options. You go from having nothing to having almost as many options as you want, depending on how you take the course material and then you dive into it. But it's definitely a massive difference from what I used to have before and I have now. My mindset is completely changed of getting out of being in the one-itis mindset, as we talk about, to and just being in a place of scarcity, to just having options and just being okay with people flaking on you or a date not going well because you just know that you're going to have another one next week or another two, three, four. So, what a typical week looks like dating wise for me would be I usually take my first day off just to try to like decompress from work, and I can go into like weekend mode. And then from there, towards the beginning, I was having a date, if not two, like every day or every night, on my off days, setting up dates. to where I was having some trouble sometimes fitting everyone in. And I would say like it's definitely all like higher quality women than I would have been dating before as well. Like we talked about, you feel like you would settle before, as now I don't feel like I have to settle as much because the options are there. Hanging out with higher quality girls, it really does change your mindset of, I know, especially like in today's social media age, of there's a lot of just bad blood between like men and women, and women only want this, like men only want this. But the more and more dates you go on and the more and more higher quality women that you meet, that attitude starts to change and you get a little bit more positivity back into what reality is aside from what you see on social media. Some of the other benefits that I've seen by being a part of the program is just overall confidence has gone up. Um, when I joined the program, I was at a little bit of a low, like after a breakup, and I kind of needed to find myself and just gain my confidence and just be who I was again, if not better. And I think being on the other side, I'm a better version of myself than I was before. Overall confidence is definitely higher, and I think that's um, transferred into a lot of other aspects in my life too. My job, friends, stuff like that. Because when you are more confident as a man, you're able to take initiative and take charge and not be scared to make decisions anymore. The amount of time I think I've probably saved by joining this program personally would probably be at least 2 years. I would say a good 2 years. I'm a very like forward thinking person, and I'll eventually do things like I'll find the way. You know what I mean? Like I don't see any way but success for me personally because I'll put in the time and the effort. But identifying, different blind spots and stuff that you have that you just would not do from yourself. And men, especially, just don't have people that they can go to and talk to about the things that are going on in their life, let alone like their dating life. Because for a lot of people, that's embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not having success in dating. I don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Guys don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. So, definitely like identifying the blind spots and having a support system throughout the whole thing, especially from what the Beast coaching program does provide, of having different aspects of everything from mindset training with Julia, advanced coaching with yourself, um, other dating coaching with Beast, online texting. It just covers everything that you need it to be successful. Or what would I tell the guy who's on the fence about joining the program is Alex Hermosi has a very famous quote that I really love is don't invest in the S&P 500, invest in the SME 500. And it's a personal investment. It's an investment in yourself. And you're going to spend so much money on other shit. Why not invest in yourself in something that's going to help you be successful in different aspects of your life? I mean, college courses cost thousands of dollars, and you leave a college course with nothing. Why would you not join and do something that's going to better your life and actually teach you something, life skills that you can continue on with?